Oh, yeah, it's all about to hit the fan. I'm talking about hashtag release the memo. I'm talking about the FISA warrant, the deep state corruption, the secret spying program. There's so many people going down and going to jail. And by the way, that list needs to include Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, James Comey, Robert Mueller, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Andrew McCabe, Cheryl Mills, Loretta Lynch. There's a long list. There's more. I can't even remember them all. These people need to go to jail, and some of them may actually end up behind bars. Not all of them, of course, maybe not even most of them, but some may. Why? Because they tried to pull off the most horrific, lawless, political spying scandal in the history of our country. It's being called Obamagate because it goes all the way to the top of the Obama administration. And as you know, Obama is a sleeper cell. Well, was a sleeper cell president. Now, that's a story I wrote back in 2016. Obama is a sleeper cell, a traitor to America. He authorized the secret spying on the Trump campaign officials illegally, completely without a warrant. And then, in order to justify the spying, they made sure that the FBI and the Clinton campaign conspired to pay for the creation of the so-called Trump dossier, which is a complete work of fiction. They paid this British spy named Steele to come up with it, and they hired Fusion GPS. Well, actually, they hired Fusion GPS, and Fusion GPS hired Steele, and then the FBI paid Steele on top of that. The whole thing is so corrupt. The network of corruption it's unprecedented. And they use this fake dossier to get a FISA warrant. And FISA, by the way, stands for Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. It's supposed to be used only to spy on foreign people, i.e. not Americans. It's illegal to spy on Americans without a regular court warrant, a court order. Well, a search warrant. But this FISA, this act, which was passed in the post 9/11 era in order to spy on foreign terrorists, I remember we were told when it was being voted on in Congress, it was, this will never be used against Americans. Never. Well, guess what? It was used against Trump. And the entire Obama regime, including the Hillary Clinton regime, the political cartel that she's the mafia mob boss of, conspired to have this surveillance power, secret deep state police power, targeted, weaponized against Donald Trump, an American citizen. Regardless of what you think about Trump, he's an American citizen, and it is illegal to surveil him and his campaign without a proper domestic warrant. And yet, the Obama people and the Clinton people and the FBI people and the DOJ people, they broke the law. They conspired. This is the biggest conspiracy in the history of politics in America, and it's about to blow wide open. And the mainstream media has blacklisted every point about this story. They don't want you to know anything about this. That's why they're pushing, by the way, the whole government shutdown narrative, and they were pushing the government crap hole comment, acting like that's the biggest news in the world, because they don't want you to think about the FISA warrant. They don't want you to think about Obamagate, release the memo, all these other things that are vastly more important. This stuff makes Nixon and Watergate look like a Boy Scout picnic with lollipops. Okay, this is such a massive conspiracy. If this all comes out, and it's going to, by the way, it's going to discredit the Democrats for a generation. The Democrats are going to lose so much politically because they bet everything on this secret spying program, secret surveillance. They knowingly violated the law. They conspired like the secret police of the Soviet Union. This is like KGB. This is Stalinist type of tactics. This is freaking North Korea type stuff. This is Fidel Castro, Cuba, Mao, the communist regime type of secret police stuff. This is the SS. This is the Stasi. This is what they did in America. And guess what? The OIG has already released their findings to every member of Congress. Every member of Congress right now has a copy of the memo, and they are totally freaking out because the findings in the memo are so damning. Some members of Congress have already tried to talk around the edges. It's a classified memo, so they can't release the actual details yet, but they're about to vote on releasing the classified memo, and then the executive branch of the government simply has to rubber stamp it, and that's run by Trump. They're going to rubber stamp it. They're going to release this memo to the public, and when they do, it's going to be a crap storm of panic by the Democrats. There are going to be investigations. There are going to be indictments. People are going to jail. And like I said at the beginning of this podcast, there's a long list of these deep state operatives who should go to jail. You know, including James Comey, including Barack Obama, including Hillary Clinton, and many others. Probably Obama and Hillary won't go to jail for lots of reasons, you know, that we can talk about later, but there are people who are going to go to jail. This stuff, it's unbelievable what they tried to pull off. And this is why, you know, it was said that Hillary Clinton screamed and cried on election night and went berserk, had a temper tantrum and said that, you know, because they lost the election, they're all going to hang or something like that. I'm trying to quote it, but I don't remember the exact quote. Something about if they didn't win the election, they were all going to hang because they knew what they had done. And they knew that Hillary had to win the White House in order for them to keep covering it up. They had to control the DOJ. They had to control the FBI. That's why the FBI exonerated Hillary Clinton, even though they had all the evidence that she had committed multiple felony crimes, violations of state secrecy and classified documentation. That's why Hillary Clinton went out and burned her server, used BleachBit, destroyed mobile devices, destroyed hard drives, because they knew, oh my God, if they got caught red-handed with the stuff they pulled off, they would all go to jail. And that may still happen. We'll see. This stuff is so dirty and so corrupt. And yet you go out to a Starbucks and your average liberal progressive Starbucks drinker has no idea that any of this happened. They think that their candidates are the honest ones. They think Trump is Hitler. And they think Nixon was evil. But their people, Hillary and Obama, are such good people because they talk well and they have charisma. They're likable. They're nice. They couldn't possibly do anything illegal or unethical, could they? Oh, yeah. You see, that's how Democrats operate. On the surface, they're faking everything. On the surface, they have charisma and they sound intelligent and they look nice and they talk in uplifting terms. Behind the scenes, they are committing treason. They are committing crimes. Behind the scenes, they are violating the law. They are treasonous bastards. Well, maybe that's not the right technical term. They are traitors to this country. They despise the rule of law. They refuse to play by the rules. They violate laws and rules and ethics and morality at every turn. As long as they win, as long as they get power, they'll do anything. That's what really defines Democrats today. They will do anything to stay in power. Even murder Seth Rich, by the way. Even murder Vince Foster. You can go way back to the Clinton administration. They will kill anybody necessary. Andrew Breitbart. Remember that? Andrew Breitbart. Yeah, he just had a heart attack walking on the street. No, I don't think so. Like 24 hours before he was going to release bombshell evidence on Barack Obama, and he just has a heart attack and dies. Really? You believe that? No way. That dude was taken out. And yet Breitbart lives on, by the way. They kill people in order to have more power. This is what they do. And they're willing to kill anybody. They're willing to violate any law. They're willing to spy on anybody. And now some of that is coming out. Some of it's coming out. It's bombshell stuff. So let me mention a couple of websites. TheGatewayPundit.com, I think, currently has the most comprehensive and rapid reporting on all of this. It's kind of a short form news blog type of website, but they are nailing it on this topic. So check out thegatewaypundit.com. We're covering it not quite as quickly at trump.news as well as newstarget.com. We're not as rapid as the Gateway Pundit is. We have a little slower news cycle, but we're covering it as best we can. There's also coverage on Infowars.com, ZeroHedge.com, Breitbart.com. Sean Hannity is doing some kick-ass coverage of this topic. He's probably the one who has been spearheading this the most. John Solomon is a journalist. Sarah Carter is a journalist. Sarah Carter probably needs to be awarded a Pulitzer when this is all said and done. And the mainstream media, the fake journalists of CNN and MSNBC covering it up. They don't want to investigate. They don't want to know anything about corruption of the left. They have no interest in telling you the truth about what their people did to commit crimes and engage in illegal surveillance and abuse of power and corruption and selling positions of influence to foreign donors and Uranium One, selling out the America's strategic uranium supply to Russia-linked companies, rubber stamp approved by Hillary Clinton and Robert Mueller and James Comey. You talk about corrupt, deep state, treason, traitors. These people need to go to jail. These people need to face the truth about what they did to this country, and it's coming. That's all I can say at this point. I don't have any special inside information that hasn't already come out. I'm just saying I see the pattern here. This is going to explode. Yeah, watch for it. We'll cover it at naturalnews.com, but also trump.news. This is the biggest political scandal of your lifetime. For sure. No question about it. Don't miss out. Stay informed. Naturalnews.com, and you can hear more coverage on my podcast here, healthrangerreport.com. Take care.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.